What's up, guys? I'm going to be going over the trades from today, and there were not many, okay? And so I wanted to start by saying that not every day there's going to be a lot of trades, not every day there's going to be quality setups. So it's more important to actually stay out of certain trades and stay out of the way of the market at times and let the market do what it wants to do. And then when you're familiar with the setups and you can catch the setups, that's what you do. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is PDD. We entered a swing yesterday, and it was looking really good. But then unfortunately we had some really bad China news, but I thought it was a little bit over exaggerated. So what ended up happening was we did get a big run up this morning from like 69s. Oops, what's going on here? My screen's all bugged up. There we go. From 69s all the way up to like the 72 area, but this 72 area has been a really tough resistance in the past. I think over that we can go easily to 74s and then ultimately 78 targets. So basically we came down to the open and kind of chopped around the open for most of the day before finally getting a nice move into the close. And now the daily chart is set up as an inside bar. As you can see, the price from today is inside the range of the previous day, which is something I like because then you can basically long it above, short it below, right? And so I like that as far as R to R, and this is the reason why I got the next week contracts in case we were to get some stalling, basically, right? So tomorrow will be an important day for that. The next trade I got into was Snap. I really like Snap because it basically opens pretty much flat, but then also filled this gap and some, right? And so if you look, the daily kind of is looking something like this, where you can kind of argue, and even if you want to be a little bit more precise, you can kind of argue that we then broke out of this downtrend. That was just the recent downtrend here. And if you look on the hourly chart in particular, there was a level that was created yesterday at 1141s, and we actually broke over it. And then if you see here where we stalled out for the day was pretty much right here at the 1167s. So I'm looking for a potential small move up, small gap up, and then we can start working our way up into the 12 to 2 to 12.5 area. Anywhere in here should get us 100% on our contracts. And so that's basically the target for that trade. I mean, anything above that's gravy, but this is the target, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then, at the end of the day, the great trade came in SPY. And then why did we take this trade? We'll talk about why we took this trade. As you can see, for most of the day here, the EMAs were not flipped to the upside. That's why we got a ton of chopping. Even the moves we got up ultimately failed. We didn't really quite flip. And then for the first time, right in this zone here, we actually did flip to the upside. So once we flip to the upside, you're looking for buys back at the 8 EMA and reclaims the 8 EMA. So as you can see, at this moment here was the first time we flipped. We did get a pretty good move here, and then we got the retrace down here, and then we kind of held this level, this 392.26. Sure enough, we took out these prior highs, right? We took out the opening range high here, and the rest was kind of history. We got up to 395s in this area. That's when we sold our contract. But then we did have a really crazy move going to the close, about a $2 push up there. But the thing I wanted to say was, I waited and I was at the desk for almost all of this, and we finally got in, right? And so it's not often that I wait that long, but it's important to really just know what you're familiar with, know your setups. I was really patient waiting for these EMAs to flip, and it paid off. In just about 30 to 45 minutes, I believe, something like that. I was able to make $1,500. Relatively stress-free because I didn't really have to deal with any of this. I wasn't like holding in from like any of these points in here and holding. I was able to enter that new contract up in here, because what I know is that once the EMAs flip, you should get some type of fast continued move, right, instead of this choppy garbage. So that's pretty much it. And hopefully you guys are liking these videos and learning along the way. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.